Drake just lost $1 million on the Super Bowl and said he's done with sports betting forever. But is he really? Listen, before we get into this mess, if you're not already locked in with Celeb Clope, what are you even doing? Hit that subscribe button right now because we bring you the realest, raw stories from the streets of hip-hop, no cap. Don't sleep on us. We're just getting started. So here's what happened. Drake, the Six God himself, the man who turns heartbreak into platinum records, just took one of the biggest LS of his career. And I'm not talking about a diss track or a failed relationship. I'm talking about cold, hard cash. $1 million.
Gone.
Just like that.
Poof.
All because he bet on the New England Patriots to win the Super Bowl, and they got absolutely washed by the Seattle Seahawks. Now, Drake's been making headlines for his gambling habits for a minute now. We've seen him post those betting slips on Instagram like they're flex picks, dropping hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions, on fights, games, whatever catches his attention. But this Super Bowl bet? This one hit different. Because after losing that bag, he hopped on the gram and said he's done. Finished. Retiring from sports betting. Said he's going back to what he knows, posted a clip of himself playing online roulette like that's somehow safer. Brother, roulette? Really? That's like saying you're quitting fast food and switching to candy bars. But let's back up and break down exactly what went down, because this story is layered like one of Drake's albums. Before the game even kicked off, Drizzy was out here telling the world he put $1 million on the Patriots. Not 100 grand. Not $500,000. A full $1 million. And he didn't just place the bet quietly either. He made it a whole event. Posted it on social media with the caption, "Bet against me if you dare." That's pure Drake energy right there. Confident. Cocky. Daring the universe to humble him. And guess what? The universe heard him loud and clear. Now, if you've been following hip-hop and sports culture, you already know about the infamous Drake curse. For those who don't know, let me put you on game. The Drake curse is this running theory that whenever Drake publicly supports a team or an athlete, they're pretty much doomed. It's been happening for years. He shows love to a squad, they lose. He rocks their jersey courtside, they choke in the playoffs. He posts them on his story, they fall apart. It's gotten so bad that some athletes and teams reportedly don't even want him showing support anymore. They're literally scared of the curse. And Drake knows this. He's aware of the whole narrative. That's probably why he threw in that "bet against me if you dare" line, like he was trying to flip the script, break the curse with confidence. But the curse doesn't care about confidence. The curse doesn't care about your bank account or your discography. The curse is undefeated. And on Super Bowl Sunday, it struck again. If you're not subscribed to Celeb Clope yet, now's the time. We're diving deep into all the drama, all the beef, all the money moves in hip-hop. Hit that button and stay in the loop. The Patriots didn't just lose, they got demolished. The Seahawks came through and handled business, and Drake's $1 million bet went up in smoke. Now, if the Patriots had actually won, Drake would have walked away with almost $3 million. That's a serious payday, even for someone moving like Drake. But instead, he took the L, and the internet did what the internet does best. Roasted him to oblivion. Memes flooded timelines. Tweets clowned him. TikToks went viral. The whole nine. But here's where it gets interesting. After the loss, Drake posted that he's done with sports betting. Said he's retiring from it. Showed himself playing roulette instead, like that's the smarter play. Now, I'm not a betting expert, but I know roulette is straight up chance. At least with sports, you can study the teams, look at stats, make an educated guess. With roulette, you're literally just hoping the ball lands on your number. That's wild to me. But maybe Drake's thinking he'd rather lose money to a wheel than to the curse. The real question is he actually done? Because let's be honest, this isn't the first time Drake's lost big on a bet. He's dropped massive amounts on UFC fights, boxing matches, NBA games, you name it. And every time, he bounces back and places another one. So is this really retirement? Or is this just a timeout until the next big game rolls around, and he gets that itch again? If you're still not subscribed to Celeb Clope, I don't know what else to tell you. We keep it 100 always. Real stories, real drama, real hip-hop. Don't miss out, subscribe now. Here's the thing about Drake. He's built his whole brand on being untouchable, on being the guy who always comes out on top, who always wins. Whether it's music, business, or life, he finds a way. But gambling? Gambling is the great equalizer. It doesn't matter how much money you have, how famous you are, or how many #1 hits you've dropped. When you gamble, you're at the mercy of chance, luck, fate, whatever you want to call it. And that's not something Drake can control with a slick verse or a catchy hook. So maybe this is a wake-up call. Maybe losing $1 million on one game was enough to make him rethink his whole approach. Or maybe, just maybe, he'll be back placing bets before we know it, because that's who he is. High stakes, high risk, high reward. That's the Drake we know. Either way, this story is a reminder that even the biggest names in the game aren't immune to taking a loss. Drake can drop classics, break streaming records, and sell out arenas worldwide, but when it comes to sports betting, the house and the curse always win. That's it for today. If you want more stories like this, more raw truth from the world of hip-hop, you already know what to do. Celeb Clope is where you need to be. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.